So my next question is, what kind of interviews did you participate in?
Well, since I've got a job, I had the opportunity to go through multiple rounds of interview. So I have interviewed with those recruiting firms calls, the Indian recruiting firm calls, to all the way to the VP and COO interview. So there were multiple kind of interviews I've participated in, from like 2 through 5 minutes interview to 45-minute plus interviews.
Okay, so how many rounds? What is the difference between the recruiter round and the technical round and the more technical round and the HR round? What are the differences between them? It's a follow-up question.
Sure. So, so like I said, so there were kind of interview, right? And then to prepare for different interviews, you need a different preparation for all the different interviews. But the core is make sure you gotta have the good starting of the interview and good ending of the interview, right? Because whatever happened in the middle, from my understanding, they will have it on their note or someone remember or not, but they will every time, like they say, first impression matters, right? So you gotta have a good starting and good ending. That's all I believed. And then from whatever happened in the middle, before the interview, you would know who you interviewing with, right? So if you're interviewing with just a farm recruiter or HR, just do a little company search, right? Because they really care about that. I've learned that the hard way, that they really care how much you know about their company. So just review that too. And from what you understand, I'll talk to for 2 3 minutes, because whatever you can research in 10 15 minutes, he can research that in 1 2 minutes on the call with you. So what I did was, sometimes I had the wrong idea about the companies. I asked him, he fixed me. He's like, no, this is not a software company, they are just recruiting farms. So that happens a lot. So just make sure that you do a good research on the company, and just see sometime you on the Google, there's a really good option nowadays, right? Just like ChatGPT, Google is still very useful. So when you search the company on Google, there are options, pictures about, and this, and then there are options for news too. If you click news, you will see latest news about the company too. So just have prepare for some of the questions, prepare some of the questions to ask the company, so they would know, like each company you have to make them feel like you worry about that company. Like, just like, think about it, if you get an interview from a Google, you would be as excited, and Google expects you to be um, excited because it's Google. But if you go to a small company, if you can show the same excitement, so they will feel like, okay, this person really want to work with us, so they will give you extra value. And so for each interview, make sure you research who you're interviewing with, see if it's what's his position, and most of the time they will say, they will explain that on the email. So if you so like, let me talk for another 1 2 minutes, right? So if it's a 30 minutes interview with the team, then just see who's working on the team, find out, ask them right questions, and speak technicals. If it's a behavioral interview, just for you have a list of behavioral interview question, read all those, revise them, and prepare on those, so you can make good story and prepare for behavioral interviews, right? And then if it's a technical interview, then it's going to be a lot of questions related to the job and how do you do stuff. Just for you has a bunch of question technical, like it's more than you can find on Google, I guess. Like everything you can research together have already been put together there. So just go through all those questions, read all those technical question, prepare those answer, and I guess you can do multiple interview with TS4U members too with those questions. So prepare for your technical interview with all the technical questions, go to that technical round. And then after you pass this interview rounds, then you have to do interview with the managers or the COO, the directors. Those people don't really care about the technicals. Most of the time, the people don't even know about those technical stuff. So on those interview, you can go with your tell me about yourself and speak about what software you work. That's not gonna work. Go speak like general human, just speak regular terms with a good choice of words, obviously, and show interest in their company. Ask them question about the company, and just get them to talking. If they can talk for a longer time, I think they feel proud and they get happier most of the time. So just yeah, just prepare differently for every different interviews, and before every interview, talk to Shibluwai for 5-10 minutes too. He will prepare you well. I think this is how I prepare for different interviews, I would say.
Right.